All right. So again, I was just saying to the class, this is not one of my favorites, although that we have it here. Apparently, with no surprise. It's a very short poem, but it has a lot of emphasis on it. So apparently, with no surprise to any happy flower, the frost beheads it at its play. A lot of personification going on here. I should have said in accidental power. We talked about yesterday when we did these. The frost is a character, the sun is a character, the flower is a character. Beheading is kind of harsh, but it's an accident, right? The frost doesn't mean it. I mean, the frost that's just what it does, and that's kind of what the poem is going on here. An approving God. God is in charge of the frost. God has provided the frost. You might even say, since the frost is a character, God has created the frost. So in the frost, because of its nature, it can't help itself but settle on all the plants and all the land. And unfortunately, something as delicate as a flower, frost will kill. It kills the petals of the flower, so it beheads it when the flower is at its fullest. The sun proceeds unmoved. So the sun is just doing its thing. And then it just measures off each day. And then, and she says an approving God, meaning that, hey, this is my creation. This is what, this is how it's supposed to work. So keep that in mind. The questions are fairly, maybe a little bit simple. What is the blonde assassin? We said that. How are the flower, the frost, and the sun personified? We said that as well. A pun is a play on words based on, this is number 3, based on the multiple meanings of a single word or on words that sound alike but mean different things. What pun do you find in line 6? All right, and line 6, it's, let's see, make sure I get the right one. Line 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sun proceeds unmoved. The sun proceeds unmoved. I just lost it. All right. So unmoved means either unfeeling or stationary. Did I even read the right one? Yeah. Okay. And since proceeds means moves ahead, the sun moves unmoved. Get it? Moves unmoved. The sun moves unmoved. So that's the pun. So it proceeds. If you're not moving, the sun unmoved. If you're not moving, how do you proceed? So that really is the pun. So the sun, being a character given human feelings, is unmoved by what happens on the earth. So that's the explanation there. Number 4, according to the last 2 lines, why must the truth be told? Oh, I'm reading the wrong thing. I'm going too fast. I got to stop that. All right. According to the speaker, how does God feel about the flowers beheading? And we addressed that too. He's unmoved. He approves of all this. He approves. How do you think the speaker feels? Now that's going to be up to you. I have my opinion. I think she's just, she uses the word behead, assassin, approving God, and she capitalizes approving. I don't think she approves of what's happening. I think she misses the flower, but others may think differently as well. So your answer should reflect how you feel about this as well. And you can't stop the frost. You can't. All right. So number 5, what word would you use to describe the tone of this poem? Optimistic, pessimistic, awed, defiant. So your choice. So then there's just some examples of what tone you hear. I think it's a little bit of defiance, and I say that because of the words happy flower. All of a sudden there's a frost beheading it, a blonde, again, assassin, and then unapproving, again, capitalizing, approving. It's almost like giving a bold statement, approving God. I think she's not very, very happy with this. So, and if you did number 7, let's see, I'm sorry. Number 6, how does the speaker's attitude towards nature differ from Emerson's attitude in the excerpt? And I didn't ask you to do the excerpt, so I can't remember if I asked you to do that question. So I don't think I did. I think I said do 1 through 5, but I can't remember right offhand. But Emerson focuses on the majesty of nature. So if you did that, the speaker here focuses on the indifference of nature. So think about that, right? So nature's laws, there's indifference. It doesn't matter. Things are still going to happen. Let's see. What do you think is the theme of this poem? I mean, obviously there's some death here, but what do you think is the actual theme? That God allows death. I mean, so she's exploring even possibly our natural lives, because we do pass away. We do eventually die. So God allows death and destruction as well as life. So keep that in mind too. This could be about life. Sun proceeding, the sun moving on. All right, so we're going to go to the last one. Success is counted sweetest.